Hope you are doing great, and let's quickly jump into how you can write great copy within 2 minutes. So I've compiled some great headlines in this ebook that I've launched. This has got 2,501 great headlines ever written. This also has 51 templates that you can use immediately, and I'll show you right now how you can use this greatest ever headlines for your business, your service, or you can use these templates, and it also comes along with a few other bonuses. So I'll just quickly take you through this book, and we'll start with table of contents. So I've talked about how exactly this is going to help you. And then you have some great headlines for selling subscriptions, for selling books, for selling personal products, for selling financial investment products, and a lot of other things. And then it has got some templates. It also has some killer 7 email templates with subject and body copy. You just need to put in your name, your link, and you can use it to promote your service. You can use it to promote any affiliate links that you're working on. This also has some direct response examples with swipe files. Psychology of copy is something I'm going to cover and update this book with shortly. This also talks about how you can create great advertising that sells, by one and only David Ogilvy. And then it also has a copywriting checklist, 31 tactics that you can use. So I also go and refer to these checklists and see whether my copy is following all these checklists or not. So I'll now tell you how you can actually use this headlines. So see, there are a lot of headlines, 2,501 to be precise, for different purposes. So let's say you come to this place, and so see, like this. Or like this, if you'd rather earn $25 or $30 an evening than watching TV, you can use these maybe to promote any affiliate products for surveys. Say, you can have this on your landing page. I think it's a great line. People want to have some extra passive income. So instead of telling them in your landing page that go for the survey, it's better to write something like this, because anybody would want to earn this $25-$30 than watching TV. See, be your own boss and earn a full week's salary in one day. So you can use these for promoting any of your products. Actually, you can use it in any way. Say you want to do you want to write something on education, maybe. So see, we have some lines on education. You're missing out on a new development in childhood education unless you subscribe to report on preschool education. So fear of missing out. With an English grade education and $500 borrowed money, I retired in less than 5 years with a wealth of over $1 million. Wow. So if you know English, and if you have this much of money, you can actually make millions. That's what. So people, if they know English and they have little money, they can they will click and they will read about your blog post, how exactly you've used this, the new encyclopedia of little known highly profitable business opportunities. So encyclopedia means it has got every single detail available. That's what we know encyclopedias for. So, or it can be, maybe you can just type in anything. You can just type, say, course. So page 30, the amazing thing of course, and no, not this. This course is for people who want to build their next egg by people who did it. So you're telling that it's actually by practitioners, right? Similarly, so these are the templates that I was talking about. We have got some 51 templates covered for you. So templates are, you're running out of dash, here's how to fix it. You're running out of time, here's how to avoid missing out. You're running out of money, what you should do next. You'll kick yourself if you miss this chance to try a new course, right? You'll be in hot water if you miss this guide to celebrate Valentine's Day, right? So this obviously means that you're going to get into trouble, and this guide is going to help you have a great day. So X of the dash you'll find today. X of the best blog post you'll so 9 of the best blog post you'll read today, right? Maybe it's in your weekly newsletter, so you can use this in your subject line, email subject line. You can use it as your blog heading. So it's really easy to sit and write any any headline for that matter. So how to craft high converting headlines in less than 60 seconds. So how to accomplish something in short time, because people are lazy, people want shortcuts, people want to find out what they can do quickly. So how to land a high dollar client in the next 30 minutes. This is what I'm sure, if you are someone who spends a lot of time on internet, you keep seeing these kind of headlines, and they make you click. We will not get into the details of it, what should be your blog post content. Of course, you need to promise something and you need to fulfill that promise. So you need to make sure that you have talked about some great strategies in next 30 minutes of your video, or your blog post, or your ebook, which takes 30 minutes. And it actually talks about how you can get high dollar clients, not just any client. So this book is very helpful, with all those greatest headlines that you can use. So let's look at a few more headlines. For the woman who is older than she looks, so you can actually use this to promote any of your affiliate products in health category, in beauty category, right? Because the moment a woman sees this, I think 999 of 1,000 women are going to click on this, because everybody thinks so, right? And they want to see what more they can improve. It's a shame for you to not make good money when these men do it so easily. So it's telling you that anybody can do it. Why not you? So this will make people click and quickly skim through your post or video, or whatever information that you have created, in whatever form that you have created, whether it's whether it's in podcast form, whether it's in a video form, whether it's a ebook, whether it's a blog post, any type of content. So this is how quickly you can use this guide to write your headlines, just by changing few words here and there, right? Thousands new online who never thought they could in 2019. This also, I think, is going to work great, especially in these uh, you know times when we are struggling with corona and lockdown, and everybody's sitting and everybody's going on internet to find new opportunities. People are losing jobs, people are facing salary cuts. So people are looking at different opportunities, and this is something which can definitely make them click and read to your stuff. So this is about greatest headlines ever written, and then I've already talked about some templates with examples. What more is there? So I have also included some emails for you. Like this particular email is the best ever copy written, because it brought millions and millions of dollars. Why? If you get into this email, you will understand it's in a story format, and it's comparison of two people, like two friends come and meet after say 10 years. They were from the same college. One guy was heading a company, a big company, and the other guy was a manager in a mid-sized company. So what made the difference? Because they came from the same college. It was not the skill that they had learned in the college. It wasn't that the other guy just got lucky. It was, what was the reason? So because it's a and everybody can relate to it, because we also have friends who are doing better than us, some friends who are not doing as good as you are. So people can relate to this stuff, and they want to click on this. So they will click on this URL, and you can actually take them to any link, and you can sell them any stuff. So this has got 7 emails. You can read the subject line. The less you do, the more you make. What's the third one? Here's your 13-digit code. So, people are like, what is this 13-digit code? And, this actually talks about, what if there is a special bank which has got $100 million, and it only opens with a 13-digit code, and you have that code. So you're giving him, right? So you give him this code, and that is how your reader is going to feel if you click on this link, as if he has stumbled upon $100 million with this code. So these kind of emails, especially these emails, have gotten a lot of money to all these copywriters, and they are still working great. I have been using the same for quite some time, even to reach out to cold clients, prospects, right? Whether it's to sell my digital services, whether it's to sell my consulting, anything. So I just make few changes in this, and I shoot these emails, and I get good response out of this. This also has some direct email copies, like these are some famous popular direct copies. Need some fast cash? Try this: the amazing money making secret of a desperate nerd from Ohio. So you can read these. You can read a few other ones, like how to make maximum money in minimum time. Another great headline. So you can use these also in your emails, in your posts that you are writing. Then this also has some swipe files, like, do you make these mistakes in English, right? Or American rat race ad by this. So I have included some high resolution copies, so you can read this. See, Ohio man discovers the secret of how to escape the American rat race. Everybody wants to, end the rat race. 7 simple rules net this working man without any money or experience in first year. So, this is what he made. Says you can do it anywhere. He does it while traveling in his motorhome. So, it's pretty easy. So this whole copy can again, help you if you read this, and you can use this. What more is there? So I have given some examples. You can research on this guy. He had once used 7, he had booked 7 pages of a newspaper, and he advertised like this. That's his style of advertising, with a lot of social proof and trust, authority in first one. And then he talks about, I guarantee to work a financial miracle in your life if you will give me just 20 minutes a month. Who doesn't have 20 minutes a month? So you can read all this, and you can use all this again. Then it's a great, great, great read, and you will understand a lot of things, how one can create advertising that sells. So David Ogilvy, we all know who he is, and what kind of money he made with his copywriting, and he changed the advertising industry. He has summarized everything in this list. So again, high resolution copies. So, right, see, they have created this much of advertising. So what is the most important decision? What is a large promise? Like we said, you can write copies in 2 minutes, and I just showed you how you can write copies in 2 minutes. See, a promise is not a claim or a theme or a slogan. It's a benefit for the consumer. It pays to promise a benefit which is unique and competitive. So every time you're promising, it has to be unique and competitive. Most advertising promises nothing. It is doomed to fail in the marketplace. Large promise is the soul of an advertisement, right? So make sure when you're writing a copy, you are making some promise, and your content also is fulfilling those promises, and that's how you sell more and more. So, it's a great guide that you can refer to. And then my checklist. So, the first thing is obviously about conveying your message, and it should come with clarity, and should create a mental image. So just now I wrote, one post on LinkedIn. I will show you that. Let me go to LinkedIn. And I'll tell you exactly what do I mean by creating this, concrete mental image. So this is my last post. I did couple of minutes back. So I've talked about, don't say. So don't say generate tons of leads, because, there's no number. I don't know. Everybody is saying that. So I'll rather say generate 275 leads weekly. Don't say juicy red apples. Say mouth watering, sugar sweet, hand picked apples. So, people start visualizing these things. You have to create strong visuals in people's mind with your words. Don't say drink cleaner water if you're selling any purifier. Say enjoy pure, crystal clear, glacier, fresh water. So, I will think about glaciers, I'll think about crystal clear water. So that is what it means. And there are different tactics how you can actually create this mental image, like, using metaphors and generic claims into concrete numbers. So, generic claim to concrete numbers, right? So it has all the tactics. So every time I write my copy, I go through this checklist. It's pasted on my, study table. It's a 31 point checklist. So I go and, I make sure that I'm creating, positive emotions. I'm not using negative emotions, and I'm using first person plural pronouns, not you, or it's not I, basically. So emphasize their freedom to choose. It's very important that you give people this power to choose. They can opt for it, they can refund it, there is a money back guarantee, they can use it for 7 days, for absolutely free. Because the moment you give them freedom to choose, you're more likely to get, more inquiries. Mention the competitive alternatives. Let's talk about this. So if you don't mention your competition, it's more likely that people will go to Google and search for alternatives, or, different service providers, different products that can do the same for them. But if you mention your competitors, they will, try to think. The only thing that will come to their mind is, okay, great, so competition is there, but what will stop them from going and Googling about that competition? Or even if they Google, a lot of people can always Google, those names. So you have to make sure that when you mention your competition, you just write your USP, why exactly you are better and different than these competitions. You can always write something like, if you don't care about qualified leads, try our competition XYZ, give the names. So this is a great checklist that you can use, every time you write your copy. Like I said, it has got 31 tactics. Demonstrate an impact on other people. Label your readers with a noun. Properly frame a length. So, so a lot of strong tactics that you can use. And then I've talked about some books. Some great books that have helped me personally. Boron Letter, of course, it's recommended for beginners. It's a great book. Joseph Sugarman, a very good read. Ogilvy, how can you not read Ogilvy on advertising? And this will make sure that you start thinking very creatively. Think from different angles. Talk about the same problem, same solution, but from different angles. But if this now, obviously, you can't read all these books together. You don't need to buy all of them together. If there's one book that you want to start your copywriting game, this is it. Cashotizing, it has got some great hacks, 100 plus secrets of psychology that you can use. So it's a great read. You must buy this. I've given you the link on Amazon. You can, it's 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 worth the investment, trust me, guys. You should, of course, use this guide first to start your copywriting. Start using those templates, start using those headlines, and if you want to get better, you should read this Cashotizing, right? And then a little bit about me. That's what this book is all about. So I've showed you how exactly you can write great headlines. It's first by analyzing great headlines that were written, and why these headlines are so popular, and they could make a lot of money for these copywriters, for these products, for these companies. And then start using the same psychology behind it, using those strong emotional persuasive words, and you will never struggle with copywriting. So that's about it. I hope this book helps a lot of people who are struggling with copywriting right now and think that it's actually very, very tough. They can't write. And thank you so much to all the people who have trusted me with their pre-orders. I have already sent you this, and like I mentioned, I'll keep sending you the updated copy. I'll be adding a lot of stuff. Like I said, I'll be adding psychology of copy, where I'll be explaining you every single point in the checklist with do's and don'ts. So you'll have 31, points explained with do's and don'ts, with examples, so that how you have better clarity. So you'll be getting this, updated copies for free till the end of 2020. So that and I'm sure, if you use this guide for next 6 months, your copywriting game is going to be completely different. You'll be very confident with words, and you can use it for anything. You can use it for writing great cover letter. You can use it for writing that sales copy. You can sell any ebook tomorrow that you want to. So copy is going to copywriting is one skill which is going to help you in a lot of other areas, in fact in your personal life also, right? So just make use of this guide that I've curated for you. And if you face any problems, get in touch. I will be more than happy to assist you with whatever little resources that I have. And good luck with your copywriting. Thank you.